the system also. And in Pratichi report, the Sikshak Sevak and Sevika, which were like our non-formal teachers or something, they were paid 1,000 rupees only. The result reveals that the motivation level of the children and the motivation level of the Sikshak Sevak and Sevika, they have given us the equal result in comparison to the students who have gone to regular schools. So the students who are coming to open schooling, they are highly motivated lot. And when it is coming to certification, that is why the term comes to equivalence. And I also further add that the National Curriculum Framework for School Education 2023 has given us certain terms. Say for example, curriculum goal. Say for example, learning outcome. The material which we are going to place in the hands of the children is based on these dimensions. And that is why I am referring that please go for your own personal copy of National Education Policy. Of course it is digital. Please note that the Government of India has not printed. And I am of the opinion that even earlier curriculum frameworks, they were printed. This curriculum framework of 600 pages is not printed. So for God's sake, do not discriminate. Say that we established the equivalence. We were struggle for achieving the pillar which has given to us in terms of the quality, equity. One more term I am adding here. Three things have been come to us. First thing is the come to us the RTE, right to education. We said it up to the second 8th standard only, means elementary education. Now this elementary education also, when it came to through the Kothari Commission, it was up to primary education, then it was the elementary education. Now through Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, which was restricted to 8th standard only, it has come to education for all. Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan to same thing. Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. So the up to 12th standard. And that is why earlier our curriculum was for 10 years. Now it is for up to 12 years. And from 10 plus 2 we have moved to 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. So even this 4 stage is one. Of course then we have given us the phase 1 and phase 2. Please go through the National Education Policy section 3.4.3. This 3.4.3 has directly addressed to, of course, the entire society, but more precisely towards the boards, all examination bodies. And clearly things are there, since I have given the reference and we can move through it. Needless to say that high-stake examination, etc., etc. And Indrani ji has said that through distance mode, this is a limitation. No, this is not a limitation. Soon we are going to have even the invigilation through this mode. The 5 parameters which are coming to us. I may just read them for quickly. We are moving away from traditional method of examination. Why? Because you will set up a center and then the child has to go to that center in that time, etc., etc. No. To this mode only take the examination. As long as internet connection is there, and if child is moving here and there, the person from there can see it. And the experiment is going on, and I am not authorized to reveal the details, but it is at the national level. Some examination, somewhere at some center is going on. Someone from Delhi is monitoring that what this child is doing there. Second is the paper pencil mode. I think we are very deficient in writing, and so our children also. And etc. No provision of the correction, editing, etc. Third is engaging in effective assessment. Now, this is only MCQ and why can't we give him a picture? Why can't we give him an audio? Why can't we give him a video through which we can analyze certain things? Then, of course, automation. The paper printing, transportation, then examination conducting, and then tabulation, etc., etc. Why can't we do away with this? And the last is, the assessment should be candidate-centric, child-centric, examination. Give him a question 9 and say that out of these questions, of course, there is equivalence of the questions. Out of these 5 questions, you can attend any 3. You can also have the choice of the topic, that if you want to appear in this topic, you can appear in this topic, or you give us the topic and appear in that topic examination. You can also opt for the subject also, A level or advanced level or O level, whatever it is called. Something like that. As far as assessment is concerned, I think we have to move from here. Indrani ji, shall I say thank you because we have completed our time?
Yeah, I think yes, we have completed the time, and thank you. I would like to thank you and everybody present there, and especially Kuldeep ji for giving me this opportunity. And thank you so much. Namaskar.
Before I hand over to you, sir, you are also. Yes, because you are after all, you are chairperson. Actually, I want to place on the record my appreciation for the organizations. I was under the impression that I am going to handle this topic alone. And therefore, I started from transformation only. What is that which we are going to transform? What is that which we are going to transform? Change. What is that which change? Have we got certain drawbacks? How we can overcome these drawbacks? They have been categorically listed in the national education policy. Please go through them, do the introspection, that as an examining body, how we can get rid of these limitations, and how we can go for the assessment. Again, coming to 3-4 points. One is the reduction of the curriculum load. NCERT alone cannot do it. And board also, because there is a lot of struggle, who will be the chairperson of the subject committee, and then paper setting, and etc., etc. Because this is leading to the entire tuition and coaching business. Get rid of that tuition and coaching business, and board can do it. Then inclusion of that knowledge system, Indian knowledge system. Please recall, we all observe that date, but we also observe the tithi. Today is what, Ekadasi, Purnamasi, our festival. Can we recall from this time why it is coming? And how it is coming to us? That knowledge. The only language of the world is Sanskrit, which is recited the same way in all parts. English is not. Even dictionaries are not. But as far as the Shiksha Granths are concerned, they are equal. Something like that. That's why Indian knowledge system has come in. And our Indian knowledge system is so perfect that whosoever is there, though we challenge that it is not scientific. Why? Because they don't treat Rishi as the scientist. The Rishis are subjective scientists. Think in terms of the, look, people ask, where was the laboratory? Think in terms of the Newton. Newton laws are discovered in which laboratory? Think in terms of the Archimedes. Archimedes' principles were discovered in which laboratory? Why not these Indian knowledge system? Something like that. And think in terms of our own assessment pattern also. And they have given us, the Smriti, because Indian knowledge system permits the debate. And all our Upanishads are based on this tradition only. So again, we thank the organizers who have taken this topic of transformation of assessment. Think that how you can transfer, how your board can transform in terms of change, in terms of modification, and we have not reached to this conclusion. Thank you very much, and now I invite the co-chairperson.
Please, presentation on assessment. Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to present some assessment practices followed by the 10th Examination Board, Andhra Pradesh. Next. This is our number of schools in our board. 11,646 schools are there in Andhra Pradesh who are writing 10th class examinations in the Andhra Pradesh board. Next. This is the system. We followed continuous comprehensive evaluation. Our board conducted 4 formative examinations every year, 2 summative examinations, and board examinations, 10th class board examinations, end of the year. Next. These are formative examinations pattern. 4 major areas: children participation and reflection, written works, projects works, slip test. These 4 we are following. Next. Yes, recently after NEP 2020, we changed some blueprint and some examination pattern also. 11 paper pattern normal a year, we replaced the 7 paper pattern proposed SSC 21 to reduce the burden to the students. Question paper pattern also, we changed the question paper pattern also. Examination duration increased for reading the question paper, writing the answers and checking written answers. We are also introduced 24 pages booklets to write examinations. Next. These are the reforms, these are transformation reforms. Now we are replaced absolute grading system was replaced with marks percentage system, recognized merit during admission the higher education and recruitments. Next. This is the present examination scheme. We have 6 subjects. First language is the mother tongue. We in our state we have 6 mother tongues. Telugu is the major mother tongue. 98% students followed the Telugu language as mother tongue. Other second language is Hindi. 98% students taken Hindi also second language. Third language English. It is 100%. 3 non-languages, mathematics, general science and social studies. Each subject 100 marks. Next. Vocational subjects. This is the question paper analysis. Recently we introduced the academic standards. Language as per as concerned, reading comprehension, we taken 30 marks. Next. This is the vocabulary and grammar, 40 marks. Next. This is the creative expression, one is the academic standard, 30 marks. We are following Telugu, English and Hindi, all three languages followed same academic standards. Next. This is Telugu. Next. Hindi. Next. This is the mathematics academic standards. Problem solving 40%, reasoning and proof 20%, communications 10%, connections 15%, visualization and representation 50%. Next, this is general science. Academic standards are conceptual understanding, asking questions and making hypotheses, experimental field investigations, information skills, communication through diagrams, application to daily life, concern to the biodiversity. Next, this is the social studies, conceptual understanding 40%, interpretations 10%, information skills 15%, current issues 10%, mapping skills 15%, appreciation and sensitivity 10%. These are some recent improvements in our board. After receiving FARAC recommendations, we need to take up some more reforms in our board. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity, all the COBSE and BOSSE officials and chairperson of this session. Thank you.
And 12th.
Yes, in Andhra Pradesh we have separate board for 11th and 12th. I am the director of only 10th board. The separate representatives attended here. 11th and 12th.
Now, friends, we should have the confidence to implement the NP. There is no dearth of resources. Please note it. How can we say so? Have we ever thought of the contribution which we are making in the income tax? Where educational cess is going there? Where is that money? Have we ever thought of Consumer Protection Act? Education is a service and we are governed by the Consumer Protection Act. Therefore, we cannot say that if a child is not successful, it means that the teacher is not successful, the board is not successful. Please note that we are from education for some to education for all up to 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. And it is our responsibility, and we can assure the nation that we will complete it. Thank you very much. Thank you for patience hearing and your active participation.
Thank you so much, Professor K.M. Gupta, sir, Dr. DD Reddy, Professor Indrani Bhaduri for an impactful keynote address indeed. We shall now move in for lunch and will resume with the technical session 1, that is after lunch.